Hi guys, so here I'm back again with my another much delayed astrology video. And sometimes I can literally feel the effect of astrology into my normal life, because as my Lagnesh is Saturn and it is a planet of delays, so my every posting also delays a little bit. But anyhow, it's Saturn also assures a delivery even after a delay. So I'm delivering yet another video for you, which is on Saturn on into the Upachya houses. Okay, so what are the Upachya houses? In Vedic astrology, we say basically the most basics are the third, sixth, and the 12th house. Upachya means upchay, or the house or the thing which delivers with a delay. Okay, so Upachya houses are those houses who gives you troubles, struggles. You have to face your fears, you have to face the controversies, critics into the early part of your life, and later on when you will be able to handle them, then it delivers the best part to your life. That's the solo reason why the cruel and the malefic planets works very well in all the Upachya houses. Third house is your house of hard work, labor, self-achievement, communication, short journeys, your siblings, younger siblings. So if you have got any malefic planet, let's talk about Saturn, the king of the malefics or the bad. I am not talking about Rahu, because Rahu always gives good results into the Upachya houses, but just like a fuss and with lots of trouble. Even in my last job, which I had done for a little bit of a time with a different motto rather than a salary, in that job also my boss, he had Rahu in his 11th house. He is an extremely rich man. His all the desires are fulfilled, yet he's someone who is a fastidious kind of a boring and sad person, always angry, himself irritated, and also makes the others irritated. That's what Rahu can do. It can fulfill your desire, but it doesn't guarantee that those desires will deliver you happiness. Okay, so see, if Saturn goes into the third house, whether it's exalted or in any other sign, a friendly sign, neutral sign, any sign, I'm just talking about the planet effect into the third house, person will have to struggle too much to retain his or her job. There will be lots of troubles into his or her workplace. Siblings will also be dependent upon him, on her or her. Okay, but after changing many of the work professions and jobs, after say the age of 33 or 35, that person will run his own business very, very successfully. And the reason I'm making this video is because of someone who came to me for the consultation. That girl is a Gemini ascendant, and she had her Saturn and Venus into the 6th house, and she's really going through a very hard time, really upset that okay, I'm running through my Saturn Mahadasha, things will not going to improve for me, this and that, blah blah blah. But when I analyze her chart, I just perceive one thing, that you have to see the planet combination effects also. In her particular horoscope, Saturn is sitting with Venus, which is the lord of the 5th house, the house of love. At the early age, it is obviously the house of love if you are not married. If you are married, it is also the house of children, house of sudden gains, accumulated gains, this and that. Okay, but Venus also holds the lordship of the 12th house. Saturn holds the lordship of 8th and the 9th, and both are sitting into the 6th, and the Saturn Mahadasha is running. This lady had been under the tremendous depression, She's simply working long hours, very hard working, everything is there with her, but yet she is not being able to achieve that much of desired success in her professional life. Her love life gets distorted, and one thing which she failed to realize is that Venus is the lord of her fifth house, the house of love before marriage. Okay, and the fifth lord is coming into the sixth house. The troubles, hurdles, delays, legal issues, accidents, hidden enemies, all sorts of, you can say, bad things. So what does this combination denotes? The Mahadasha of Saturn is running. Saturn is sitting with the Venus, and all the troubles coming into that lady's life is 90% or 80% of it just because of her love affair. Okay, so being prolonged and into the troubles and this and that, obviously person gets depressed. As far as Saturn is set, the sixth house is a very good position. Saturn is here sitting in Vrishchik, an enemy sign. It's something really, really cool when we come to the Vipreet Rajyoga and see the aspects of Saturn. In my previous videos, I had already told you guys that Saturn into the sixth house always gives natural Vipreet Rajyoga due to its three aspects. Say the third aspect of Saturn, 6th, 7th and 8th house, the house of sudden events, house of your death, transformation, everything. Saturn is aspecting its own house with its third aspect, and 8th house is a transformation. That's death doesn't mean the end. As a Hindu, we don't believe that death is an end. It's just another stair to climb to the rebirth. So Saturn here, through all the troubles, taking a long span of time, transforms you into a completely different person. A person who is very confident, who can deal with the things, who knows the ground reality, away from the fantasies, stick to the facts and do the things wisely. Okay, now 7th aspects, it will be into the 12th house. 12th house, house of foreign lands, house of permanent settlement, ultimate fruit of whatever you will be into your life. And just remember, Saturn here is sitting with Venus, with the lord of the 12th house, and aspecting 12th house along with the lord of the 12th house. Do you know it's a highly beneficial sign that the love affairs which had given her that much trouble into the first half of her life, in the second half the same love or her lover will make her ultimate position very high, making her achieve her every desire. Foreign settlements is 100% possible, and if not foreign settlements, then a permanent business which is based upon dealing with the foreign lands will always be there. Okay, now the 10th aspects. 10th aspect goes into the third house, again a Upachya house. From 6th house, Saturn covers all three Upachya houses, the 6th itself, the 12th and the 3rd, the basic three Upachya houses. Alright, and as well as aspecting its own house, the 8th house. The 3rd house, self-achievement. When Saturn is seeing the 3rd house from the 6th, sitting into its enemy's sign, and always remember, for Gemini ascendant, 8th house is the first sign of Saturn. Alright, it is not its Mool Trikona Rashi, but it's a sinner sign, it's Capricorn. And when a sinner sign holder lord sits into its enemy's sign and into an evil house, it gives beautiful results, but it will take time, somewhere round about at least 32 to 35 years of age to reap out the benefits. 3rd house, self-achievement, and that too through own business, communication, business. Saturn also holds 9th house into the Gemini ascendant. 9th house, house of philosophies, higher studies, higher learnings, teacher, mentorship. That means she can do wonders if she will be a teacher, and they get connected to some faster medium of communication, which third house indicates. Okay, so in Upachya houses, Saturn does brilliantly well, and according to me, Saturn does best when it sits into the sixth house, because it's a naturally evil planet. It just cover all the basic houses of evil, 6th, 8th and 12th, and then the conditionally evil but the very bad house, which is considered to be that is the house of our efforts, third house. Okay, now if Saturn goes into the 12th house, it's another Upachya house. Whenever you are studying Saturn, always see its aspects from 12th house, 12th, first and second the house of wealth. Okay, these people will make wealth, but really slowly, but slowly and slowly they can make millions. Their family can be under the trouble, this is for sure, but they will somehow manage everything. Now through 7th aspects, it is again aspecting or visualizing the 6th house. It will make their job, their marriage a little more sustainable. Although their job will drain out their energy, they have to work hard, more hard, for earning the money, getting the salary, but that too will slowly and slowly get subsided. Okay, and then 12th, first, second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh, eighth and ninth house, this when Saturn is aspecting from 12th to 9th, it is not good, to be very frank. It always makes your luck factor debilitated or weak. You will always feel short of luck and more dependent upon your work and strength. Now let us discuss the last house, which is the third house. When Saturn sits into the third house, the house of courage. Okay, then I always say it depends upon the sign. In Upachya houses, if Saturn or any malefic planet holding any lordship of any evil house and sitting into its enemy or niche sign, or even if into the good sign or moon trikona, things will do good.